Let us do Brahmanan.
Hello students, welcome back to the zoology class. In the previous session, we discussed the basis of classification of animals or animal kingdom. So, what are the basis we discussed? Yes, levels of organization, that is the arrangement of the cells, that is forming the tissues or organ systems. Then the body symmetry, the body plan we discuss. Three bases we discussed in the previous session. So let us have a small recap on the basis what we have studied in the previous session. Which animals first developed the organ systems? Yes, which group of animals? So what would be the answer? Yes, nematodes or nemathelminthes. Nemathelminthes. Okay, or nematodes. Okay, then this type of body plan is seen in coelenterids. Which body plan is seen in coelenterids? Yes, blind sac body plan. The animals in which blastopore becomes mouth called, yes, protostomes, first mouth. In deuterostomes, dace is formed first. Yes, what is formed first? Anus. Chordates exhibit dace symmetry. What type of symmetry the chordates show? Exhibit? Yes, bilateral symmetry. Give examples of asymmetric animals. Which animals? Yes, sponges. So, you can write down the sponges. Most of the sponges. Suppose bath sponge. Exactly, if you are going to write the name bath sponge, common bath sponge. Hydra shows bilateral symmetry. What instruction is given? Read it out. Change the underlined word if necessary. If you find error, then you change. So, is it right? No. Hydra belongs to the phylum Coelenterata and it shows the radial symmetry. So, answer is, you have to change it. So, it is radial. So, hope you have practiced all and maintained the note. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss rest of the basis of classification of the animal kingdom. So, what are left out? The germ layer, xylem, the segmentation or metamerism and the notochord. Let us start with the germ layer. Germ layers. What are the germ layers? The cell in the embryonic stage are arranged into layers. Remember, all the animals are multicellular. All animals are multicellular. And are called metazoans. In all metazoans, In embryonic stage, the cells are arranged in all metazoans. The cells are arranged into embryonic germ layers. Embryonic germ layers. Layer, are you getting layer? Okay, different layers. So embryonic germ layers that formed from which the different organs are developed. These are the germ layers in which the undifferentiated cells are present. They are not differentiated into any type of specific cell. We know there are different type of cell, means nerve cell, muscle cell, okay, epithelial cell. The cell or the tissue which is made up of epithelial tissue means the tissue layer which is made up of the cells which are found on the surface of the body or internal lining of the body. They are called epithelial. We will study afterward all in detail. So embryonic germ layers. On the basis of and from the embryonic germ layers, the different tissues are developed. Different tissues. Then from different tissues, the different organs are formed. The different tissue are arranged into different organs. Okay. So first tissue layer which is formed, they are the embryonic germ layers. They are called germinate. They create the different kind of cells and so different kind of tissue. So on the basis of the number of germ layers, the animals can be grouped into two, that are diploblastic and triploblastic. In diploblastic, diplo means two, blastic means layer of cells. Here triplo means, it means three. Blastic, actually here the cells are called cells, undifferentiated cells are called blasts. Which cells? Undifferentiated. Undifferentiated cells are called blast or blastomeres. Exactly we can say blastomeres. Blastomeres or blast. Blast means also cell. So they are not having the specific differentiated cell. All are similar type of cell. Okay, but they are differentiated into two or three layer, three type of. So here it diploblastic animals consists of two layers, okay, of tissue. Two layers of two germ layers or two layers of tissue or two germ layers. Here three germ layers. So what are they here? The two germ layers are ectoderm. Derm means also layer. Endoderm. Ectoderm, the outer layer. Ectoderm is the outer layer. Endoderm is the inner layer. Am I clear? Am I clear to all of you? Ecto means outer. What do you mean by ecto? Means outer. Endo means inner. Now you see, this is the ectoderm. This is endoderm. In this group of animals, in between the ectoderm and endoderm, there is a layer, a non-cellular layer called mesoglia. In between it is mesoglia. Meso means middle. Glia, the gelatinous substance, jelly-like substance. Gelatinous substance, or you can say jelly-like substance, having a few these are undifferentiated. Okay, having few undifferentiated cells. So in between these two, in between ecto and endoderm, mesoglia, a non-cellular layer, is present. So what are the examples in which animals are diploblastic? Yes, the poriferans. Which are the example you can write down? The animals of the porifera. Poriferans, so porifera sponges, okay, sponges, coelenterate, and ctenophores. Okay, these are the diploblastic animals. Then the triploblastic, the ectoderm, this is the ectoderm, this is endoderm, endoderm. Okay, ectoderm is there and endoderm. In between these two layers, another layer, mesoderm is formed. Mesoderm is formed. Derm means layer, meso means middle. Meso means middle. Derm means layer. So you see the mesoderm this is the middle one is the mesoderm. This is how the three germ layers are formed. Okay, body wall consists of two layers. Here in this body wall consists of two layers. Here body wall consists of three layers. What are the examples? From platyhelminthes to chordata. chordates. Examples: Platyhelminthes, to chordates. All are triploblastic. All the three germ layers are present. This is the digestive tract. Okay. So this is the triploblastic body wall. This is diploblastic. And next we will discuss the coelom. Here you can write down the mesoderm is cellular layer. Here non-cellular, here mesoderm is middle layer, a cellular layer. All are here also, all these are blastomeres, and they further they differentiate into different type of tissue, cell and tissue. Okay. Next, the coelom. Coelom or body cavity. What is coelom? The body cavity present in between body wall and the gut wall. Gut wall, the digestive tract is also known as gut. So the cavity, the body cavity present in between body wall and the gut wall lined by mesoderm is called coelom, or the true body cavity. And the animals which have the body cavity lined by mesoderm, they are called coelomates. And some animals, they have the body cavity, they have the body cavity but do not lined by, and but the body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm, then that is pseudocoelom. Then that coelom is pseudocoelom, and the animals are called pseudocoelomates. And in some animals, the cavity is not at all found in between the body wall and the gut wall. It is completely packed by parenchymal cells, mesodermal parenchymal cells, and no body cavity. So there is no coelom, so acoelom, and the animals are acoelomates. Is that clear? So let me write down the definition and the types of coelom. The body cavity in the body cavity present in between the body wall and the gut wall. Gut means, remember, digestive tract, and the gut wall lined by mesoderm. Okay, is called coelom, and the animals called coelomates. The animals possessing the coelom are called coelomates, Okay. So some are having in some animals body cavity is present but not lined by the mesoderm, called thus that coelom is called pseudocoelom. Pseudo means false. Coelom means body cavity, false body cavity. Which one is called body cavity? Which is found just as in coelenterate or porifera. We have seen that in sponges we have seen one cavity, single cavity is there. That is not the body cavity. It is the cavity present, single cavity, which acts like the digestive tract, where the digestion, excretion, circulation, multiple functions are carried out. However, we will discuss in detail in phylum wise under the phylum. But you see here the pseudocoelom means where the body cavity present in between the body wall and the gut wall. Gut means digestive tract. In which animals digestive tract is developed completely? Yes, in the animals which are placed under tube within tube. That means starting from the nematodes, nemathelminthes. From the nemathelminthes to the chordates, nemathelminthes to chordata, the animals are coming under the tube within a tube plan. So the gap in between the two tubes, outer tube and inner tube, if that space, if the body wall is internally lined and if the gut is externally covered by mesoderm, then only it is coelom. If it is not lined by, if the body wall and gut wall not lined by the mesoderm, then it is the pseudocoelom or false coelom. Body cavity is there, not lined by mesoderm. And in some animals in which the body cavity is absent totally, called acoelomates. The animals are called acoelomates. So on the basis of the presence or absence of coelom, the animals are of three types: the coelomates, pseudocoelomates or acoelomates. But coelom is, types of coelom still we didn't discuss. There are different type of coelom, two types we will discuss. First you see, so I will show you over that here you see parenchymal, the mesenchymal tissue are packed in between the body wall and the gut wall. Body wall and gut wall. Parenchymal loose tissue. Okay, this is the, as we discussed earlier, this is endoderm, this makes the gut wall, this is ectoderm, next the body wall, and this is the mesoderm. Parenchymal cells, these are called parenchymal tissue. Okay, they are connecting, loose connective tissue, parenchymal tissue. Okay, so there is no space, no cavity is there in between these two, body wall and the gut wall, so it is acoelomate. This coelom is the animals, this type of coelom, this type of structure found in acoelomates. This is coelom, seen in platyhelminthes. In which animal it is seen? Platyhelminthes, triploplastic, but platyhelminthes. But body cavity is not present. Another type I am showing you, that mesodermal tissue are lining, they line the body wall. Okay, they line the body wall, but they do not cover, they do not line, they do not cover the gut wall. They do not cover the gut wall. So this cavity is called pseudocoelom. This cavity is called pseudocoelom, false coelom. And seen in which animals it is seen? Yes, in Nemathelminthes. Example is nematodes or Nemathelminthes. Now the coelom we will let us see. The coelom means it would be like this. For cells, quickly you can draw like this and put the dots for nucleus. Okay, put the nucleus. Okay, again this is also lined by and here somewhat they are connected. The true coelom, the cavity, actually they are divided into two halves, left and right. Okay, left and right. So this is the coelom. What is coelom? Body cavity. It is divided into two halves, left and right coelom. Okay, here this is the, as we discussed, gut wall, body wall. Here this is, you see here the gut wall is not gut wall. This is gut wall. The body wall as well as the gut wall lined by mesoderm show the cavity found in between the body wall and gut wall. They are the true coelom. Okay. Now how the coelom is of again two types. Coelom is of two types. The true coelom is of two types. Coelom is of two types on the basis of their origin. Two types on the basis of their embryonic origin. In embryonic condition, how they were formed, on the basis of their embryonic origin, how the coeloms are developed. So I will show you here from this side to this side. Suppose this is the in blastula stage, we already we have discussed. Okay, this is the blastula. How it becomes gastrula? When it is folded inward. That actually when differentiates, you see, like this. Okay. This is the blastopore. This is gastrula. This is blastula. This is blastopore. Here are the outer layer makes the outer layer ectoderm. It makes the body wall, future body wall. Okay, and the inner layer, when it is pushed inward, the inner layer makes the In gastrula, this structure is called archenteron. Arc. When a structure comes like this, okay, what you say? Arc. This is straight. When it forms like this, okay, you are telling arc. Enteron. The arc is formed for the enteron or the gut. Enteron means intestine. Enteron means intestine. Antra. Intestine. But here it is meant for the gut. Okay. So, what happens? In this stage, the mesodermal tissues are developed from here. At the junction of ectoderm and endoderm, the mesodermal tissue, the mesodermal cells are produced over here. And in next step, what happens? Either may occur like this or it may occur like this. In two ways I will show you. In one way, the mesodermal tissue, they migrate. That they migrate to, here you see, like this I used to do. This is the outer layer when it is folded inward. Okay, when the one part of the single layer ball-like, hollow ball-like structure folded inward, the outer layer is called ectoderm. Okay, and inner layer is called endoderm. Here you see endoderm is splitted. Endoderm is splitted. When it is folded, the cup within cup, you can imagine, then inner one is splitted from the outer one. Inner one is splitted from inner cup-like structure, inner hollow structure is splitted from the outer layer, and now these are different. And you can imagine, even along with this, the elongation also occurs. You can imagine like this. Okay, this is the outer layer, ectoderm. Later I will make you understand. Elongation, you will be confused. Okay, this is the ectoderm. And these are the endoderm, and this is mesoderm. You see, I am drawing the mesoderm in red color tissue, red color pen. I am showing the these are mesodermal tissue. They are produced at the junction of the ectoderm and endoderm, then they migrated towards the center in between the body wall and gut wall, and gradually they grow in size. Okay, here what happens? Here this is one pattern, and I will tell you from here the From here only I have to show you. This is the blastopore. Okay, I am showing you the in different way they differentiate. You see, in one way, how the mesodermal tissue are developed, the proliferation, the cell division, quick cell division occurs at the junction of ectoderm and endoderm. But in some other place, how they are formed, the mesodermal tissue are formed as the outpouching of the archenteron. Archenteron, I told archenteron, from the archenteron, outpouching of the archenteron, the mesodermal tissue are developed in some animals. The mesodermal tissue are formed, developed as outpouching. Pouching means pocket. Pocket like from the archenteron, outpouching, outward pouch, pocket. Pouch, P-O-U-C-H. So these are the mesodermal outpouching. From the blastula, gastrula, how it is formed I have shown you. So I have changed here as the outpouching occurred. I reduced one step of the diagram. So these are the mesodermal outpouching. Mesodermal outpouching occurs. P-O-U-C-H-I-N-G. Okay, or from the anteron, archenteron, the pouches arise. Then what happens when again as the endodermal layer splitted out here and here, even these extra pouches, they also pinched out, and from the beginning they are like this. Here the cavity is present inside the mesodermal pouches. Pouch means there is a cavity. So these are the future xylem. Gradually but here what happens by splitting up, just concentrate what I am saying and what I am doing in the diagram. Okay. So in some animals, the extra pouches are arise from the archenteron and these pouches are pinched out from the gut wall, archenteron, and they are going to form the xylem. But in some other cases, mesodermal tissues are developed in the junction of ectoderm and endoderm. They move to middle, then the splitting, I have shown splitting. They split out, they give the space. By splitting, they form the space within it. By splitting of the mesodermal tissue, they form the space cavity within the mesoderm. So these are also coming like this. See, this is the blastula. On the one type becomes like this, and another type, that is, as I have shown you over here, they splitted up the mesodermal cells. They splitted up by splitting up they become like this. So let me show you how it becomes. This is the body wall. This is the gut wall. When we take the cross section of the body, this is the body. When we take cross section, then we get this type of structure. Means this is what? This is also coming like this only. Okay. So here what happens? By splitting the mesodermal pouches are formed, and these mesodermal pouches gradually grows in size as the mesodermal tissue divides. This mesodermal tissue divides, one cell divides two, two cell becomes four, four cell becomes 8, so on it goes on, and the size of the pouch increases and they come in, they line the body wall and gut wall. We will see this, and this stage becomes same. Okay, these are the mesodermal pouches. Then what happens? This, either this type or this type, they become then these pouches gradually they grow in size the line of the body wall and the these pouches grow in size, and from both sides they come in contact with each other. So two cavities, the coelom is divided into two cavities like this from the beginning only, and this is how. So when the coelom is produced by splitting of the mesodermal tissue, then these are called schizocilus. Schizocilus, these are called schizocilic coelom. Schizocilic coelom. And if the mesodermal pouches arise by the outpouching from the archenteron, and these are called enterocolic coelom. These are called enterocolic coelom. Okay, this is how the coelom is of two types, the schizocilic coelom and enterocolic coelom. The schizocilic coelom is formed due to the splitting of the mesodermal tissue, and enterocolic coelom is developed due to the outpouching of the archenteron. Mesodermal pouches arise from the archenteron, so enterocolic. From the enteron, the coelom is arise. Enterocolic. Animals are called schizocoelomates and enterocoelomates. Okay, how to write? Let us see. So you see the coelom arises due to splitting of mesoderm sheet or mass of tissue, mesodermal tissue or mesodermal mass. Then it is called the schizocoelom. Schizocylic xylem or schizocylus xylem. It's the same thing. Schizocylus xylem. And when the xylem arises, is the outgrowth from the archenteron as mesodermal outgrowth, outpouching. Then the xylem is called enterocoelous xylem. But animals, the animals called schizocoelomates, and here animals are called having the enterocoelous xylem, enterocoelic xylem or enterocoelous. They are called enterocoelomates. Example: Annelida, Arthropoda, mollusca. Because in Platyhelminthes, even though they are triploblastic, they are acoelomates. We discussed the acoelomates, Platyhelminthes, pseudocoelomates, the nematodes or Nemathelminthes, they are pseudocoelomates. The pseudocoelom found in nematodes, and these are the true coelom. True coelom or simply coelom, we can say. The coelom is there, but coelom is of two types, schizocylus or enterocoelous, as we discussed. So, schizocylus coelom found in the Annelida, Arthropoda, mollusca, and I am telling you again, I am repeating, just advising you, just go through your mother tongue, that 10th class book to find out the English terms, English terminology. Otherwise, you can't remember. You might be getting, but you can't remember. Yes, the Annelida, Arthropoda, and mollusca comes under the schizocoelom, and Echinodermata to chordata, they have the enterocoelous xylem, or they are enterocoelomates. Another thing you had to remember, all deuterostomes, Echinodermata to chordata, all deuterostomes are enterocoelomates. All deuterostomes are enterocoelomates. Whereas the schizocoelomates means the protostomes are schizocoelomates, but excluding who are protostomes from Platyhelminthes, but we can't say all schizocoelomates are protostomes. We can write down all schizocoelomates are protostomes. Why we can't write down we can't say all protostomes are schizocoelomates, but protostomes they include Platyhelminthes, Nemathelminthes, but Platyhelminthes, Nemathelminthes, they are not having the coelom, true coelom. That's why all schizocoelomates are protostomes, whereas all deuterostomes are enterocoelomates. Remember, you can like this, so you can write down the difference between the schizocoelom and enterocoelom, or schizocoelomates and enterocoelomates. So draw all this diagram and note down. Next we will discuss the segmentation or metamerism. Segmentation, when the body is divided into the externally and internally divided into segments with repetition of at least some organs in each segment, then it is called segmentation or metameric segmentation. Segmentation means when the body externally and internally, write along with me, and internally divided into number of segments, number of segments with repetition of with repetition of at least some organs, at least some organs in each segment then it is called the metameric segmentation. Then it is called metameric segmentation. And the phenomenon is called the process. The phenomenon is called the phenomenon. The process, the phenomenon is called metamerism. Metamerism. So animals show some animals show metamerism, some some do not show, and some show false metamerism. So on the basis of whether they exhibit or not, animals on the basis of exhibition of metamerism animals are pseudo-metameric. These are pseudo-metameric and metameric. Okay, which are pseudo-metameric? The tapeworms. The tapeworms that are coming under the Platyhelminthes. Not all Platyhelminthes, the tapeworms, Platyhelminthes. Okay, coming under tapeworm, coming under Platyhelminthes. Taenia solium. Example is Taenia solium. And the metameric, the examples we can take, they satisfy this condition externally and internally are divided into series of, better to write down the here into series of segments with repetition of at least one some organs. Okay, metameric, they are annelids, arthropods, annelids, what you see, Anguriomala, arthropods, the Sandhipada, mollusca, the Komoladehi, Echinodermata, the Kantakadehi, like that. You are telling in Odia. Annelids, arthropods and chordates. Okay, they are coming under the metameric. They show the true metamerism. Okay, metamerism. Then the next is the notochord. Another characteristic basis of the classification, notochord. Notochord on the basis of whether the animal is having notochord or not, they are either non-chordates or chordates. Notochord is a rod-like structure. It is a rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side structure derived from mesoderm, derived from, we discussed the ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, derived from mesoderm, developed in the dorsal side of some animals, dorsal side in some animals in embryonic stage is called notochord, is called notochord. The animals, those who have animals having the notochord, animals do not have notochord are non-chordates, or invertebrates, even these are called or invertebrates. These are from Porifera to Hemichordata. Porifera to Hemichordata. A phylum Porifera to Hemichordata, animals lying in Porifera to Hemichordata, all are they non-chordates. Animals have the notochord. They make the animals have the notochord. They are called chordates, and all chordates are called chordates. The phylum is Chordata phylum, the complete Chordata phylum, Chordata. Phylum Chordata, and phylum Chordata, in many Chordata, the notochord develops into vertebral column, backbone. Okay, notochord develops into vertebral column in vertebrates. Vertebral column in which animals? In vertebrates. Those who are having the backbone or vertebral column, they are called vertebrates. Okay. Yes, student. So far we discussed about the basis of classification of animal kingdom. We discussed the germ layer, xylem, then the segmentation, metameric segmentation, and the notochords. So practice all the go through the video lecture and practice the questions. Answer the question. What are the types of germ layer? You have to mention. What are the types of germ layer? There are 2 type or 3 type, whatever, and according to that the animals. What is xylem? Write its type. What are the xylem? Definition. Write its type only: Schizocoelus, xylem and Enterocoelus. What are the type of animals on the basis of xylem? They are acoelomates or the pseudocoelomates and coelomates. Coelomate again 2 types: Schizocoelomates and Enterocoelomates. Metamerism definition: animals which are, in which animal it is seen. Notochord is derived from which tissue? The phylum, animals of which phylum are pseudocoelomates, and give the example of acoelomates. Okay. Okay. Thank you.